Hello friends, I am your friend Manoj from Paras Adenium. Today we will talk about a plant whose name is bottle brush plant. Today's video is based on the bottle brush plant. In this we will tell you how you can plant bottle brush plant at home and how to get beauty in your garden from it. Before starting the video, you are requested that if you like our video then you should subscribe our channel and set the bell icon to all so that the notification of our other upcoming videos can reach you first as well as the video. Like and comment and tell us how you liked our video. So let's start the video on the complete introduction and care of bottle brush plant. Gardeners in the coastal and tropical south love the fast-growing bottle brush for its colorful flowers, which can be dense spikes or rounded clusters with long, bristle-like stamens, hence the name bottle brush. Hummingbirds also love the flowers, which are followed by woody capsules that can last for years and resemble rows of beads pressed into the bark. Some bottle brushes are naturally dense and compact enough to make good informal hedges, others are sparse and open, they can be pruned to become small trees. Those with flexible branches can be grown as informal espaliers. Many quickly grow to 10 or 15 feet tall, while other varieties grow only to 3 feet. Now classified as a Melaleuca species, bottle brush is also often labeled as calistman. Found in damp ground in its native Australia, bottle brush cannot tolerate waterlogged soil. The plant usually tolerates salt and slightly alkaline soil, but can sometimes suffer from chlorosis or yellow leaves with green veins. Bottle brush can be severely damaged by cold weather. You can plant it any time of year in mild climates, but in northern climates you should wait until after the last frost in spring. Plant characteristics. Common names bottle brush, crimson bottle brush, lemon bottle brush, stiff bottle brush, prickly bottle brush. Botanical names Melaleuca spp, formerly calistman. Family Myrtaceae. Plant type tree, shrub. Mature size 3 to 15 feet tall, 3 to 15 feet wide. Full sunlight. Soil type well-drained, moist. Soil pH slightly acidic to slightly alkaline, 6.0 to 8.0. Flower color red, pink, yellow, white. Hardiness zone 8B, 11B, USDA. Native region Australia. Bottle brush. Southern living Valerie de Leon. Caring for bottle brush. Usually purchased as a flowering shrub, bottle brush can be shaped into an espalier or pruned to take on a tree form. Plant bottle brush in well-drained soil in full sunlight in gardens of the coastal and tropical south. To plant, dig a hole 2 or 3 times wider than the root ball. First, amend the dug soil to improve drainage, if needed. If your soil is sandy and lacking in nutrients, add some organic matter such as compost. Replace the soil around the plant and water deeply. Spread mulch around the new plant. Once established, bottle brush has a very high drought tolerance and doesn't need much care as long as it gets plenty of sunlight and well-draining soil. Light. Bottle brush needs full sunlight or at least 6 hours of sunlight per day to bloom. If it is planted in the shade or surrounded by taller plants that block sunlight, consider removing the bottle brush or cutting back other tall plants. Bottle brush puts on a colorful show in the garden and keeping it out of sunlight will diminish its beauty. Soil. Bottle brush isn't picky about soil type, but it does need to drain well. If it gets waterlogged, disease can set in. Conversely, if water cannot penetrate heavy soil, the roots will not get the deep water they need. Add compost and or chopped leaves to improve soil drainage. Planting in a raised mound can also help improve drainage. Bottle brush can suffer in very alkaline and very poor, sandy soils. If this describes your garden soil, add a little organic matter to help retain moisture and aluminum sulfate or peat to lower the pH. Water. Once established, bottle brush requires minimal care. If the climate is dry or rainfall levels are low, irrigate well for the first year to provide moisture as the root system becomes established. Water deeply and allow the soil to dry slightly between waterings. Water established plants during periods of drought, especially if you notice wilting leaves. Supplemental watering is less needed in winter when the plant is not actively growing. Temperature and humidity. Bottle brush loves heat and can grow in humid climates as long as its soil drains well and isn't soggy. The plant can also do well in arid climates, but it is not a desert plant. Bottle brush benefits from watering during prolonged droughts. Since it is moderately salt-tolerant, bottle brush is a good choice for coastal gardens. Most bottle brush varieties survive winters in zones 8B or 9, although some cold-hardy varieties are now available for zone 7. Although bottle brush is evergreen, frost can damage or kill the leaves. Fertilizer. Fertilizing bottle brush can help maintain its health, encourage growth, and keep the leaves a nice, dark green. Apply a slow-release tree fertilizer in early spring and a second time in late spring or early summer, following package directions on the amount to apply. Don't fertilize within 2 months of your first fall frost date, as new growth will the plant may be damaged by frost. Bottle brushes may develop chlorosis when new leaves turn yellow due to iron deficiency. This is most common in soil that is too alkaline. If you experience this, use a fertilizer containing sulfur and or iron to help the plant green up. Many fertilizers for acid-loving trees and shrubs contain sulfur. You can also have your soil tested by the local extension office and follow any recommendations for adjusting soil pH or providing more nutrients. Types of bottle brush. Bottle brush plants may be labeled with the name of an older species of Melaleuca or Calistman. There are many species, but not all are commonly available in the US. Some specialty nurseries may have more types available. Here are some common bottle brush varieties. M. citrina scarlet compacta grows 12 feet tall and 10 feet wide and has long, scarlet brushes. It should be planted in zones 10 or 11. Little John is a dwarf variety of M. citrina, crimson or lemon bottle brush, whose leaves release a citrus scent when crushed, with blue leaves and small flowers. Little John grows 3 feet tall and wide and is cold hardy to zone 8A. M. viminalis neon pink has an upright form, hot pink flowers and grey-green leaves. It grows 8 to 12 feet tall and slightly less wide. Slim trademark symbol of the same species has multiple stems, an almost weeping form that grows 10 feet tall and 4 feet wide. Both are cold hardy to zone 8. Light show registered trademark symbol is a southern living variety with spiky, upright growth that starts out light green and then darkens. It has small, red brushes and grows 5 feet tall and 4 feet wide. This plant is cold hardy to zone 8B. Sem's hardy and Woodlander's hardy are similar varieties with an arching shape and citrus-scented leaves. The leaves start out copper-colored and then turn green. Both have red bottle brush and grow about 5 feet tall and wide, and both are cold hardy to zone 7B. Bottle brush. Southern living Valerie de Leon. Pruning. Very little regular pruning is needed, just remove any weak or dead branches after flowering or before growth returns in spring. You can also do light pruning to shape your shrub. Don't cut beyond the leaves to bare wood. If you do, the bottle brush may not produce new growth. Bottle brush blooms intermittently throughout the year, so consider pruning after late spring or summer flowering. Remove suckers from the stems periodically. More extensive pruning to control the size of the plant is done in late winter before the shrub actively grows. Propagating bottle brush. Bottle brush trees can be propagated in summer with cuttings from the semi-mature tips of branches. Note that propagation of patent varieties is not permitted. This method will give you a plant identical to the mother plant and will result in faster maturity and blooming than growing from seed. Using clean pruners, take 6-inch cuttings from the wood of a semi-mature bottle brush. Avoid new, very green stems. Remove the flower buds and pinch off the lower leaves, leaving a pair of leaves at the tip. Dip the cut ends in hormone powder and stick them into 6-inch pots filled with a light mixture of peat moss and perlite. Water well and then cover with a clean plastic bag, making sure the plastic does not touch the leaves. Place in a warm spot with lots of bright, indirect light and remove the plastic for airing. After 4 weeks, give the cutting a gentle tug to see if it is well rooted. Rooted cuttings should be repotted in potting mix and placed in more sunlight. Place in a warm, sunny spot, such as a windowsill, until danger of frost has passed, then gradually acclimate the plants outside before transplanting. Bottle brush. Southern Living. Valerie de Leon. How to grow bottle brush from seed. Bottle brush can be grown from seeds harvested from your trees. The resulting plants are often hybrids that do not display the same qualities as the mother plant and take about 3 years to bloom. The seeds take a long time to mature, so don't use new seed pods from the growing ends of the plant. Instead, choose 2-year-old seed capsules below the branches. In the spring, when the weather begins to warm, sow the tiny seeds by following these steps. Take the seed pods indoors, place them in a paper bag, and place in a warm location. The seed pods should open within the next few days. Fill a tray or small container with peat-based seed starting mix and moisten. Sprinkle the tiny seeds onto the seed starting mix and mist them with a spray bottle. Cover the containers with clear plastic and place in a greenhouse or indoors in a warm, bright location near a window. Mist the containers with a spray bottle to maintain humidity. After the seedlings emerge in a few weeks, remove the clear plastic, but maintain humidity by misting. When the seedlings reach a few inches in height, they can be replanted in larger containers. In fact, you can continue to grow plants in containers on your patio until next year's growing season. Once all danger of frost has passed, harden off the plants by gradually moving them outside over the course of a week. When the plants are the appropriate size, plant them in the garden. Planting and repotting bottle brush in pots. Many gardeners prefer to grow bottle brush in pots, as this allows you to bring them indoors during frosts. Smaller varieties do best in containers. Choose a container with drainage holes that can allow all the water. The roots should have enough room to grow, at least 8 inches wide or twice the size of the original container. Use a mixture of 4 parts well-draining potting mix and 1 part perlite, grit or pumice. When planting the shrub, position it so that the top of the root ball is level with the potting mixture. Cover the soil with a thin layer of wood chips. Bottle brush plants in pots require more frequent watering and will benefit from fertilizer during the growing season. Repot the plants after 2 to 3 years, or when the roots fill the pot and the plant begins to dry out quickly. Overwintering. Although bottle brush can survive frost, inclement weather damages the leaves. This plant has difficulty surviving even in wet soil in winter, so planting in well-draining soil is important. Mulch the base of the plant to protect the roots from temperature extremes. Covering the plant with a frost cloth during cold weather can protect the leaves. Shake off excessive snow or ice from the branches to prevent breakage. And finally, if your bottle brush dies during a severe winter, wait until the growing season before pruning because new growth can emerge. Common pests and plant diseases. Bottle brush is not susceptible to many pests but can be infected by scale. The pests move very little and have a brown, armor or shell-like appearance. With minor infestations, you can simply remove the leaves that have scale and destroy it so the pests don't continue to spread. Horticultural oil can help with more severe infestations. If the soil is excessively moist, fungi that attack the root and crown can be a problem as well as twig galls. If new branch growth looks stunted, remove the growth and allow the soil to dry out. To prevent disease, make sure the bottle brush has good air circulation and keep the plant on the dry side. How to get bottle brush to bloom? Bottle brush blooms best in full sun with at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day. Young plants grown from seed or cuttings will take a few years to bloom. If none of these are factors, consider whether you should have pruned the tree in the spring when it was setting buds. It's best to wait until after flowering to prune. Finally, severe drought can affect flower blooming. Be sure to water your bottle brush during long droughts. Common problems with bottle brushes. The bottle brush is considered a low-maintenance plant, but it can have some problems, especially in wet climates or poor, sandy soil. Here are a few things to watch out for: dead branches. Frost can damage leaves, and entire branches can die off in harsh winters. In humid climates, excessive rain or overly wet soil can cause rot, eventually killing parts of the plant. Cut off dead branches and give the plant time to fill in the empty spaces with new leaves. If humidity is the problem, water less or improve drainage. Underwatering in dry weather can also cause dry, crispy leaves, especially on a younger plant. Yellow leaves. Yellow leaves can be a sign of overwatering or a nutrient deficiency. Have your soil tested to see if enough iron and magnesium is available to the plant. Alkaline soil can also cause chlorosis because it makes nutrients unavailable to the plant. Fertilizer for acid-loving trees and shrubs can help. You can also spray chelated iron on the plant to green up the leaves. So now you must have understood how to grow bottle brush plant at home. If you liked this video, then please share it. Stay connected for information about other such plants. Just keep these few small things in mind. Your plant will always enhance the beauty of your house and will also provide you with beneficial and pure air. This is the end of today's video. Let's meet in another video to talk about the care of another plant. Till then, bye friends. Happy gardening.